Yes, Judges.
Hello, Dan. How you doing? You
What are you
all
up to, bro?
I'm actually watching the football, mate. This Surfshark VPN is a lifesaver, mate. You can watch the football with a dodgy Wi-Fi, even at the Emirates when you've got a big crowd there and everything like that, watching the football. Unbelievable.
Easy to set up? Well, it must be if you've done it, mate.
Ah, very, very funny. Even abroad you can watch all your favourite programmes. It's like being at home, mate.
And that's exactly what you guys can do too. Click the link in the description for Surfshark VPN. Listen, we can't finish without talking about tomorrow night. Can Spurs be Spursy tomorrow night and sort us out? Or are Man City going to give them a trouncing like most teams at the moment do when it comes to Spurs?
Well, I'm going to be honest now. I've known Regan for a little while. I've obviously known my nephew Max since he was born. Kane, my brother, my relatives that have been Tottenham fans and still are, my mates. We're all together for the first time in a very, very long while, It's not the same with England because I've got not the, I say like the passion for England. That's the wrong thing. If England win, I'm happy. If they lose, I don't lose no sleep over it. But this means everything to me, like if Arsenal can win this title, So all the things that have gone on with Tottenham in the past is done. And for all those Spurs fans out there that wanting their team to lose this week, just put it this way and think about this. This is the scenario that you want to happen. You want Liverpool to win today. You then want to beat Manchester City, knowing that the last game you're away to Sheffield United and Villa are away to Crystal Palace. That would make you favourites. And then what you want is Arsenal to buckle under all the pressure of the Everton game and lose. And you've got Champions League football. And you can laugh at Arsenal saying, oh, we done you a favour and you bottled it. That is the scenario that you want. Not singing songs in your concourse about being Manchester City until July, wanting to sing Blue Moon and wearing sky blue underpants or knickers. That is how you support Spurs in the next few days. And that's how the scenario of you want it to happen. Now, from our point of view, we need Spurs to do us a favour. And we need Spurs to be going into that game against Manchester City with something riding on it. So if Aston Villa win tonight, forget about the title. We're Scousers for a day. We don't follow Spurs, but we're with you on the Tuesday. And if you do us a favour, I swear to you now, I will never take the mickey out of Tottenham Hotspur ever again. Because how can I? Because when I say we're the title winners, you can quite rightly turn around to me and say, well, you wouldn't have done it if it weren't the help of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And you know what? I will hold my hands up and agree. Because you've already took 2 points off them already. If you was to take another 2 points off you, I can't argue with that. And that is how Tottenham fans should be supporting this team, their team. In saying that, they'll probably get stuff for them.
That was a great speech, though, bruv. I've got to say.
Thank you.
It was. I enjoyed it. I was captivated. I agree. I think it will be 3-0 Man City. I think it'll be comfortable. And I think it'll be 4-0 Man City at the Etihad when they play West Ham. But I think we'll beat Everton. And I think I've said it for a long time that we'll win all our games and they'll win all their games. And that was why I was so down, Lee, when we lost to Villa.
Yeah, I get that. I was as well.
I think that was what it was. It weren't even the fact that we just lost the game. I've been pissed off when we lost games. I was pissed off we lost to Fulham, pissed off we lost to West Ham. I was gutted when we went out the cups to West Ham and Liverpool. But that one killed me more than anything because I just knew that was it. I just knew. Now we've got to pray, haven't we? We've got to pray that Spursy and they help us out. We've got to pray that West Ham can do something last day of the season. Antonio's come on a podcast and said, Arsenal win all their games, they'll win the league because we'll take a point off of the Man City at the Etihad. We'll do them. I hope he's right, but I doubt it very, very much. The way West Ham and Spurs are playing, everybody's putting 4s and 5s past them. Yeah, so I think it'll be quite easy for him. Before we get our football prizes up, because they're back again, Let's take a quick look into your thoughts on the season. Whatever happens, if we win it, we all know it's elation. Everyone's
Mm.
elated. Everyone's in heaven, right? If we don't win it, which is what people are saying is probably looking likely to happen now, and favourites not to win it, what do you look back at this season? What are you happy with, and what needs to happen to improve next season? Because you can always improve.
Yeah, of course, and I'm happy with the season. You know, I've been to every game this season, and I've come away from it one game very disappointed that where we didn't deserve to win a game of football. You're going to get games where you hammer teams and it doesn't quite happen. We've all been there, like, you know. So for me, what I take out of it, the two disappointments I take out of it is the Fulham away game. I felt we got what we deserved that day. We was poor. And also that if I'm going to look back, if anybody says to me, what were the games that ruined it for you? You can go on about Fulham at home and all that. You can go on about West Ham at home. But for me personally, what I'd take from it is that game at Fulham, because we didn't deserve anything from it. And the game against Aston Villa, because for the first time, and I don't know how long it was in our hands and only in our hands. It's been in the hands of other teams as well, but we was always with 5 points behind Liverpool. We had to beat Liverpool. Even though we beat Liverpool that day, they were still 2 points in front of us. It wasn't until they lost to Crystal Palace that it was solely in our hands going into that game against Aston Villa. And that was, for me, we cracked. And that is when I go back to whatever happens with Tottenham now, is that could happen at Everton. When the pressure is solely on us, we failed at Villa. Now, are we? If it happens again, are we learning from our mistakes? So that's what I take from it there. What do I improve? It's going to be very hard to improve. I think that I don't think we can really improve too much. Maybe City drop a little bit. That gives us the title. I don't know. Like, you know, there's nothing between the two teams, in my opinion. Maybe just a little bit of experience, and dare I say it, and I don't mean this in a critical way to Arteta. Maybe Pep, you know, just got the slight edge and all that, like, you know. But listen, we go again. That's the thing about it. We are very close to winning the title, Dan, and we've been there before under the Wenger years when we lost to Man United by a point, or you know, and then we win again, and that's what we've got to do. Make sure we go again. I remember in 2001 when we was well off of it, and we brought in a Sol Campbell, and we brought in Francis Jeffers, and we brought in some other players. I remember, and you thought, whoa, you know, and we went and won a double. So listen, whatever happens, I'm going there on Sunday. There's a chance that Arsenal can win the league. I've never done that at the Emirates. And how long we've been at the Emirates? So I still think we should enjoy the moment and be proud of what the team is. And I don't care if people say, oh, well, you're failing and all that, like, you know. I've always moaned and groaned about Arsenal, not for winning the title and all that. All I've ever wanted is for us to be challenging. All through all my time, I've said there's been no divine right to win the title. I've always wanted us, but we should challenge, Dan. And we are challenging. We've got no divine right to win this league. We've got no divine right to win anything. But what we have got a divine right as fans and my thing is to be there challenging. We are there. We are challenging. And look, whatever happens, let's see what happens on Tuesday. But whatever happens, I'll go there on Sunday and we have a chance. And I know that if they beat Spurs on Tuesday night, I know we're not going to win the title. I know that. But we've had a chance. And we took it to the last game, Dan. We could have folded yesterday. We could have folded at Spurs. We could have folded anywhere. But we haven't. And we've kept it going. And at the end of the day, is it our fault that they haven't dropped any points? I don't think so. I think, you know, I mean, like, as you said earlier on, is the league that poor that you know, there's only two teams that really genuinely can win the league, and that's Arsenal and Man City. You know, so these other teams have got to up their games, haven't they? Like, you know what I mean? As you said, like Manchester United, it's the worst Manchester United team I can ever remember, Dan, if I'll be honest. You know, Chelsea not been great over the last since Abramovich come in. It's the worst Chelsea teams that I've seen. So yeah, that's what I take from it. Like, you know, and I'm gonna enjoy it this week. Whatever happens, just enjoy it. There's nothing we can do about it until Sunday again, like, you know. But I'm proud of the team. We got ourselves to the last game of the season.
Facts. Let me tell you where I disagree slightly and where I agree. I agree with a lot of it. It's hard to improve, you said. The only reason I'll disagree with that is because we've got to do better in domestic cups next year for me. We can't keep getting dumped out.
Oh, well, yeah, yes. Great, totally great. Yep.
I think Champions League wanted to go further, but fair play. You know, they nearly knocked Real Madrid out by Munich. Only just lost to them. Real Madrid only just beat them. I think when you look at the league, taking Manchester City to the last game of the season, but when you go out of the Carabao Cup to West Ham and the first round of the FA Cup again, since we've won that FA Cup under Mikel, he's had a terrible record. And the Carabao Cup has never been taken seriously. I don't know why. I'd understand some people don't like it. But for me, 30 years it's been now, or 31 years now, since we last won that. Same in European trophy. So that's too long. 20 years is too long for Arsenal to win of our stature to win a league. And 30 years without a European trophy or a League Cup is too long as well, as far as I'm concerned. So that needs to change, Lee. I think next season we need to take that more seriously. In terms of the league, though, I don't think there is much more that we can do other than mentally learn, develop, and add to the squad. And I think we've spoken about that already. I will say that when we've gone to the away grounds this season, we've not quite been able to get across the line, and we have walked away disappointed, particularly at Villa Park, St James's Park. Obviously, Fulham was disappointing. But really, the one that does frustrate me is the one right between that Bayern Munich game, Aston Villa. And I don't think we dealt with that well.
Yeah.
I think he tried to get a little bit clever with it, dropped Havertz back in the midfield for a couple of games, and we went out to Bayern and we lost to Villa. Wrong thing to do, to be fair. So I hope he learns from that, and I hope the squad learn from that. Mentally, I do think there's some question marks still. A lot of the rivals are questioning that. Oh, they won't get over the line. Oh, they won't do that. Arteta's not done it yet, blah, blah, blah. That's what we got to shut people up with is, here you go. There's a fucking trophy. Shut up now. That's what I want to see next season for me, lifting something. Because there will always be that certain section of the Arsenal fan base and obviously rival fans that will go, well, what's he won then? What's he won then? Shut people up. Win something. That's what happens next. You win something next year. Whether it's a League Cup, FA Cup, you win something and then you move forward because Arsenal's always been about winning. And that's where I'm at.